Okay, I want to explain a couple of things about the coolant system on these cars you have to be careful of. One is the cap. We have lost engines before because of leakage from here or from this getting broken. So you need to, when you have the cap off, just look at this very carefully, make sure it's not cracked or bent. It's made out of brass, so it's fairly easy to bend. And the cap should fit on it and be secure. So water boils at 212 degrees at atmospheric pressure. So in an engine, when it heats up, it expands and creates pressure. And the cap releases at 13 pounds, so the engine should have 13 pounds of pressure in the cooling system. The problem is if you try to check the water during a race and you open that hot, you lose all your pressure. And you can open it and fill it with water and put the cap back on and you'll never get pressure, so your boiling point is too low. So I have the system that involves that tank and that fitting, and it allows you to put water in the engine with it hot and still maintain the pressure in the cooling system. There's a water pressure gauge right there in the car, and that is helpful because as long as you have water pressure, you know you have water in the cooling system. If the water pressure goes to zero, it's a good indication there may be a problem, and you need to look at the temperature gauges and see what they say. Sometimes the water pressure will go way low on a caution lap or when you let off the gas, and that's normal too. It's kind of an extra tool just to prevent the loss of an engine because a radiator got broken, which is common, or a cap fails or something else. So I'm going to show you how this tank works. To begin with, that tank, the tank is half full of water. And then also I put Redline water wetter in the tank, maybe a half a bottle, and the main purpose of that is to keep the tank from rusting. The car's already got water wetter in it. It should always have some. If the coolant gets drained, it needs to be put back in. So with the tank half full of water and the water wetter, I'm going to put some air in the tank. I'm going to pump the tank up to 40 pounds of pressure. The radiator cap's 13 pounds, so the tank needs 40 to overcome the cap and be reasonable. I wouldn't put more because I just don't trust it. So we put air in the tank and we get to 40 pounds. Okay. So from here on the pit stop, you plug the hose, set that down, you plug the hose onto this and open this valve. Now go around there and look in the tank. And the water tank on the side, it has a green cap. I got the cap off right now for illustration purposes. But if you look down inside the tank, when I open this valve, now the motor's hot and you're on a pit stop, so you open the valve, you wait to see if, well, damn, the valve was open already. Hang on a second. I'm just going to release that pressure. Okay, so I'm going to open the valve, and we're waiting for water to come in there. You can hear it purging air out of the system, and you're looking for the water to start coming up in here. The water level will start to rise because it's overcoming the cap. And also, if you look at the gauge, there it goes. See the bubbles purging out of it. And then once you see the water level start to rise, you just close that and take this off. Now if you get confused and you leave this valve open, it's going to shoot water out and it could burn you. So you want to have the valve in the down position. You open it to fill the cooling system, you watch the tank for water to start rising, then you shut the valve and you take this off. And also at that point, the gauge inside the car will show the water pressure to be about 9 pounds right now.
Is it right?
Yeah. So the pressure came up when we charged it, and we've got cool water in the system, and we know it's full. And that helps to prevent us from burning up an engine.